Hello, friends. Here we are at Thursday again. Doesn't it just seem to zip by? It sure does to me. Okay, I have another Halloween card today. This will probably be my last one that I will do a video on. So if Halloween isn't your thing, you'll be happy about that. But you can always use some of these ideas and things even if you don't like Halloween cards. There's always some little something that you might learn that's different, or that I do that might be different from what you do. Hi there, my name is Jana. Thanks for coming back to my channel, and I am really thankful for all of my subscribers. A few weeks ago, I finally hit the 2,000 subscriber mark, and I mentioned that I was going to do a giveaway, and I'm finally starting to get things gathered up to make that happen. So this will be my post or my video that will start things off for that. So if you are watching live with me today, thank you. And I will, sorry, I'm trying to get things situated here on my iPad so that I can see comments if people make any on the chat. Okay, here I am. I'm pushing this, but it's not coming up. What if I push that one? That one comes up, but that one is not the live one. This one is. So what is going on? Let me go out here and we'll try from the beginning and see what happens. There we go. Finally. All right. Now we're in business. Okay. So to take part in my 2,000 subscriber giveaway, what you're going to need to do is, if you're watching live, don't leave your comment in the chat for the giveaway, because sometimes the chat will reappear and sometimes it doesn't. But I will be I will be adding in your name from the comments on this video. So come back after the video is over and leave a comment. You won't be able to leave a comment right now while I'm live. So come back afterwards and leave a comment on the video. And what I want you to put in the comment is, tell me what your favorite color is. For those of you who have been watching me for quite some time, you probably all know my favorite color is red. So I want to know what your favorite color is, and I'd also like to know what you enjoy stamping. Or actually, let's not do that. That might be too hard. Tell me how long you've been stamping. Okay, so tell me your favorite color and tell me how long you've been stamping, and that will enter you into the drawing for my giveaway. Also, this is just for US only, and I need to be able to see that you are a subscriber to my channel. So you need to make sure your settings are set in such a way that, you know, people can see what channels you have subscribed to. So those are the rules. Tell me your favorite color, tell me what it is or how long you've been stamping, US only, and I need to be able to see that you have subscribed to my channel. Okay, so a couple more things. Um, Stampin' Up! Has put out some new kits, so you might want to check that out if you like to have kits to craft with. And there is a new promotion going on if you wanted to sign up as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, whether that be for a business or just as a hobby. So those two new things you can see, plus all the new um, stamps and products. There's some new close to my heart things online, and if you're into scrapbooking, some of that applies to scrapbooking. Some of the close to my heart papers and colors, you will see those things in there. So I think that's all the announcements. So I'm going to be playing today with the Potions and Spells bundle, which are dies and photopolymer stamps. Some of them I have loaded up on blocks already, so they're not in there. And I've got all my little parts and pieces here. I'm using some of that new paper that they came out with, that they kind of have it as more of a scrapbooking item, but it matches the Potions and Spells, and I showed it once before. And they do the papers for when they kind of make them for the scrapbooking a little bit different. They're still the 12 by 12, but you get more of each design. So this one's called Halloween Spells. And let me see, let me look at one I haven't used yet. So I haven't used this purple one. 1, 2, 3. So you get 3 each of 4 different designs is what it is, as compared to the other designer series papers. You usually get a couple sheets each of several different designs. So I am using this book one. I just love the stacked books. I think they're kind of fun. Okay. And I have that right here. And actually what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to go in here and cut around this stack of books, because I didn't want that straight edge as a border there. I thought this would be a little bit more fun. I watched a fun video of a new card that I haven't done. It's a pretty simple, kind of a pop-up fun fold card. And I was going to try to plan that for today, but I just couldn't get it to go along with this stamp and die set. So maybe I will try to plan that for next week. And we will have that to look forward to. So if you are watching live today, please, if you can, say hello on the chat. I know that's not always easy, especially if you're watching it on your TV. Then you have to get on another device to be able to use the chat. Hopefully sometime in the future, there will be a way that we can get on the chat. I'm not sure how that would work without having to do it through our phone or whatever, if you are watching on the TV. Okay, there we go with that. That's ready. Don't you just think this paper looks kind of like Beetlejuice? I mean, that's what it reminds me of. But it's a nice black and white stripe that you could use in other ways, not just for Halloween. All right, so I've got a black card base. which is going to give us a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. I have been so busy working on craft show items. I'm working on crocheted things at night while I watch TV. I'm in my room here during the day working on things. I think I'm going to show a few of them for my Saturday morning makes video this weekend. All right, so here we go with that. And then I've cut this paper to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm going to completely cover the front, and I think I'm going to turn it this way. Okay, so do I want to be brave and use my ATG, or do I want to use glue? I'm feeling nervous about it, so I think I'm going to use glue so that if I don't get it even, I can peel it up easier and reposition it. I did use my ATG on my practice card, and fortunately it worked out. But you know how things go when you are doing a video. That's not always the case, especially for me. I usually am always sticking my fingers in the ink or, you know, doing something silly. So we'll just go with the safer way of using glue this time. And even at that, this glue dries really quickly, so. Okay, let me see how I can do here. Okay. Let me just wipe the edge off here. What I really love about this glue, which is my favorite, is that if you get it on your fingers, it doesn't make your fingers all sticky. It really doesn't. Now, if you get enough on there, you're probably going to want to use a wipey or something to clean your fingers off, but if you have just a little bit, it doesn't leave that stickiness on your fingers like a lot of other glue products do. Let's start with the inside. So I've got a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 of white, and I have loaded up on my block the Happy Halloween from the stamp set. Hi, Sue. If you are coming in late to my live, I did mention that I started my giveaway. So go back and watch at the beginning and I will give the details for that when the video is done here, when my live is done. Okay, so I'm stamping Happy Halloween in my Memento Tuxedo Black, and I'm not over the top of it very well, so hopefully I don't get it too crooked. Oh, wow. I did pretty good. Surprising myself here. Okay, and then I've got some of the little magic. I never know what to call these things, so I always just call them magic, but they're these little thingies. Magic just is more fun, okay? So I am going to use Lemon Lime Twist. And I'm going to put some magic around my Happy Halloween words. There we go. Just for a little bit of fun. And then I have this little stripy piece that was cut off of the bottom there that I will add down to the bottom of the inside here. I could have put the green part out too. That would have been fun with all the magic and the bubbles. Let me get my mat up here. And it is a little bit longer than my card, so I can trim it off, but I think what I'll do is just go ahead and line this edge up. And then I can trim it off back here. So yesterday and this morning I've been working on gift card holders, little, you know, like you can buy at the store to stick your gift card in for giving. So I've been making up some cute little gift card holders and then working on my crochet at night. I'm making these cute little chickens. I just gotten started on that. I thought I had bought stuffing some time back and I've looked 2 or 3 times today in all the places I can think to look, and I cannot find a bag of stuffing anywhere, so I'm going to have to go buy some stuffing. I'm pretty sure I can get that at the Walmart because we don't have much available here where I live for crafting or any of that kind of stuff. You pretty much have to go out of town or order online. Okay, so that is all ready, and then I've got this cute piece that I cut out, and this is going to go right there. But anyway, I'm pretty positive Walmart has fiber fill, stuffing, whatever you want to call it. These chickens are not very big, so it doesn't take very much, but I'm hoping to get a few of them done between now and the craft fair, which is the weekend before Thanksgiving. And I'm taking part, my friend Anita and I are taking part in the one. She's coming from out of town to do it. She's been so busy making stuff. And so she's going to have 2 spaces at the craft fair, and I'm going to have 1. But anyway, it's at the Nazarene Church here in Newport, the weekend before Thanksgiving. They just put on a really nice craft bazaar, and it lasts for 2 days, and they have lunch there if you want to have lunch, and they have a big room and a smaller room. So it's just fun. I've over the years I've always enjoyed going to their bazaar, and so that's the one we're doing. See, it's getting cute already. Okay, so let's set that aside. I've got a piece of gray here to stamp the cauldron. I'm going to stamp it in black. And I'm stamping it onto smoky slate just to, so I'm not stamping on white, so that I don't have to spend as much time coloring. See, I got my fingers in the ink. You guys know me. Yeah, I stuck my thumb right into it. Okay. I'll be die cutting this out, so my boo-boo over there is not even going to show. All right, so let's see here. I have got light basic black, and this is my alcohol markers Stampin' Up! Blends, so I am just going to do a little bit of coloring here. keep in mind that when you color with alcohol markers, they always dry a little bit lighter than they look when you put the color on. So I'm just going to do that up there at the top. I'm going to kind of go where the shading lines are here. I am not the artist in the family. I just do my best to do the coloring. The artist in my family, well, there's more than one, but my sister Charlene that lives up in Homer, Alaska, she is an artist. She works in an art gallery, and she just finished taking a class on how to do or doing watercolor portraits. I tried to paint a picture one time. The operative word being tried. Yeah, that is not me. That is her. And also our granddaughter Emma, she is a pretty good little artist herself. She did a self-portrait in high school, and she did a fabulous job of it. And she likes to watercolor things and paint and stuff. But right now her focus is becoming a teacher. She's in college and also working. This is her last regular year of college, and then next year she'll be doing some student teaching. This marker's getting dry. I bought another one, but it's like I'm just wanting to use this up before I open my other marker. And yes, you can tell by my scribbling on of the color, I am definitely not an artist, but I like to color. I get the job done. Okay. Now I did go back in here because I'm using a lighter color than I had in the beginning there. So that just kind of lightens that up a little bit right in the middle of the top of the pot there. Okay, so actually I want to go back in this area a little bit. And then I'm going to I'm using this all the same color here, but I'm just layering on a little bit to make this handle thing a little bit of a darker color. Maybe I will go around it there because I'm sure there would be a shadow. I don't know if that'll even show up, but we can try. It'll probably all dry out to be the same color. Okay, that'll look a little bit better once it's all dry. And then let me get the die. I'm going to cut that out. So I think on my giveaway, I'm going to give it 2 weeks, okay? So not this next Thursday's video, but the one after that is when I will draw a name from the people who have left their comments, and I can see that they are subscribed. So be sure to go back to the beginning of this video, and this video will be the one that you will need to leave your comments on, okay? So if you watch next week's video, you'll still have to come back to this video if you haven't left a comment yet. One comment will, with what I ask you to do, will put your name into the drawing, but it has to be on this video. Okay, let me cut this out. I'll be right back. All right, there is my cauldron. Oh, I'm going to show you something here that is really handy that a friend of mine made and gave to me. So this is like one of those picture frames things that you can get at Dollar Tree. And then she just stuck a big piece of magnet on here, but it's so handy to just have it sitting here at your desk, especially for little dies. But you know, whatever dies you happen to be using in that project, you can just pop them on here until you're done with them. And yeah, it's just really handy. And a friend of mine, Sue, not Sue E, who is on there now, a different Sue, she made those and she gave me one of them, so I really like it. Okay, I was just sticking the pin in my glue, and I'm gonna use these dies here from the die set. We've got some ooey gooey drippy ooze stuff. Let me bring over my magnetic. Actually, what I'm going to do is stick it on here. I'm liking this magnetic mat that I got from scrapbook.com because my die cutting machine doesn't have a magnetic base on it. So this works really handy. And then I can set that on there and put this on here and run it through, and I'll be right back. Starting to get chilly here. It's a beautiful day here today, but it gets chilly at night, and it's causing, well, it's causing my skin to be dry, but it's also causing static. Yeah, it's causing some static. Yeah, I'm liking that little magnet thing because then you're not so apt to lose your little dies. Okay. Now I have my little finger dauber here, and I'm going to bring back my lemon lime twist because that is the color of green I'm using here. And I just wanted to go around the edges a little bit. You could use this drippy drip for lots of different things. besides whatever potion is being brewed up in this cauldron. You could use it as a border at the top and have something dripping down your page or your card. I don't know that it would really look like ice to use it in that manner because icicles are more jaggedy and pointy, so I don't think it would really work for ice. You could use it for like chocolate, you know, melting, dripping down. Oh, good, Sue, you can make one. And you know, I think they make those plastic picture frame things like bigger too, like an 8x10 size if you wanted something bigger. But this size here, this is like a 5x7 size. It's just a handy size on your desk. It doesn't take up too much room. But yeah, I brought it home, I set it on my desk, and it's just stayed right here, and I have used it. And I have one of these little magnetic dishes that came from what do you call that store? Harbor Freight. I bought that a few years ago, but I'm using this little magnet thing. I mean, it's just for some reason more handy than even that bowl is. Did I do this one already? Nope. Yeah, so I have magnet sheets like that I bought on Amazon for storing my dies in the pouches, you know. So my magnet sheets are about that same size, and so you can get magnet sheets on Amazon for pretty inexpensive. And that's great for storing your dies in the pouches, but to just have this little thing set right like this, you know, on your desk and use it in the midst of your crafting, it just works really well. Okay, let's do this. So I've got my cauldron. I need some dimensionals. I could do black ones, but I have these here and they're not going to show, so I will just use these. Okay, so I've put those up there on that portion, but you know how I am. I always have to glue the bottom down because I just like it like that. Okay, so this is going to sit right down here. And then we need our ooey gooey potion. That is going to go right there, coming out of the pot. I wonder what is being brewed up in there. Something disgusting, I'm sure. Okay, now then, I took just the broom handle because I'm not going to use it for a broom. Let me put a little glue on it down here. We're going to use this for our big old stirring thing to stir the pot. Okay, so this is going to get stuck down there. That's probably good enough. And I'm just going to push on it there so it puts that glue in place. And then let me glue our bubbles. Yeah, this brew here is bubbling and oozing. Who knows what gross concoction is in this pot. Something that was found in one of these books, I'm sure. Okay, so now the rest of these are going to get dimensionals put on the back. And I've got little ones here. And I think I'm going to need to cut one in half to go on those tiny bubbles. Tiny bubbles. I'm really showing my age knowing that song, I'm sure. Okay, so let's just pop these into the pot. Where do I want this one? Okay, it's gonna go where it wants to go. Okay, there's that. Now then, before I add the other bubbles, I'm going to bring in my little piece of white scrap here, and I've got my greeting, if you want to call it that, on my stamp. Let me get my black again. Ooh, I better stick the pen back in my glue. Did you guys see my pretty that I bought from this gal I watch here on YouTube? She has Sunset Crafts. I think there's something else added on, but if you put in Sunset Crafts, she does a lot of Tim Holtz things, and she makes some really cool stuff. But she also makes these pins for your glue bottle. These dangles, they sell out as fast as she puts them in her Etsy store. I just love this part right here. And so this one had the theme of like the card suits and other things. But yeah, this is so pretty. And she only charges $15, and then she sends you a whole envelope. I mean, there was this, there was an extra pen, but then it was this was put on a tag that she made, a big tag, and there were other goodies in the package. And I thought, I don't know how she can possibly be making any money if that is her goal, because shipping is included for that price. Anyway, it was when I bought mine. So yeah, Sunset Crafts, maybe, oh, Boulevard, I think that's what it is. Sunset Crafts Boulevard. I enjoy watching her. Okay, there's that. Now let me get the lid on my ink pad. And then I am going to cut this out, and I'm going to just do it kind of in a fun way here. I mean, it is a Halloween card after all, and we've got all this oozy, bubbling stuff going on in the pot, so I just thought it would be fun to cut this out in a fun way. Gosh, it feels like I've been doing so much fussy cutting lately, which is not my idea of fun. It's really not so bad. It's just cutting out something like this is okay. And if things have pretty straight edges, it's all right. But if you have to go in with a craft knife and stuff like that to cut things out, yeah, I'm not real keen on that. Not so much. I'm making drips. Okay, there we go. Now, maybe I have enough ink on my sponge dauber here that I don't have to ink it back up, but I wanted to go around and add the color around the edges and down those drippy parts. Fun. Okay. Now then, this is going to get popped up, so I'm going to use my little dimensionals here. One more ought to do it. Okay. Now then, let me get this on here and pick it up and see if I am getting it somewhat straight. Actually, that looks okay there. And now we can put our little bubbles back in. Well, not back in, we can put them in. I just wasn't sure where I wanted to put them until I got that on there. We'll stick one there. And oh, where do I want it? No, I don't want it there. We'll do that, and then I'm going to bring my little magic back in again. And I'm going to stamp one right down here. And one up here. Just kind of gives it that extra little something that it needed. And then we'll bring Wink of Stella in, and we will glisten this oozy, drippy, whatever it is, potion stuff up. And just give it that little extra bit of fun. Gotta love Winkostella. Okay, I'm going to put it on the bubbles too. I probably should have done it before I put them on here, but that's okay. I can get it on. I think maybe I'm needing to get me another one of these. It's still got some in there. And then I'm going to just put it down here on the oozing, dripping part that I created. I guess I could go around the whole edge where it's green. There we go. And then just a little bit here on the magic areas. And we may as well do it to the inside too, where I put those. And that will have a little sparkle then. There we go. I don't know if you can see the glittery, but it's there. Double, double, toil and trouble. Happy Halloween. Okay, now I have 2 of those. Are you guys ready for story time? I am. Let me move those out of the way and get my giant Good Housekeeping magazine. Here we go. Let's see here. Can I? Ooh, am I making you dizzy? That's as far away as I can get. All right, so my Good Housekeeping magazine that I found in the antique store. This is golden. It says golden anniversary number. I didn't notice that on there before, but it's from May of 1935. Let's find something fun to read. The ads crack me up. Look at all of these. Okay, what are these? Because these are going through all the states. Oh, summer schools and camps. Well, let's just read this. Good old golden rule days. The 50 years of Good Housekeeping's existence have seen the evolution of the private school and the development of the private summer camp as they exist today. Institutions not limited in their appeal to small groups, but important factors in the educational plans of a wide range of modern American homes. In this development of private schools and summer camps, Good Housekeeping has played that consistent and important part to be expected from a magazine published specifically for those homes in which the best in education for boys and girls is an integral and fundamental part of the cultural standards. Material dealing with educational problems appears as a regular part of Good Housekeeping's editorial pages. Boy, wouldn't they have a field day with that in this day and age. In addition, Good Housekeeping maintains a school department for the purpose of assisting its readers in the selection of private schools and camps. and the same consulting service which is available to you through every other department of good housekeeping is rendered by the school department in its field. The school department was founded upon and is governed by the same policies which govern the operation of every other department of good housekeeping. No advertising of any school or camp is accepted until a complete investigation of the school or camp has been made. Excuse me. Good housekeeping requires concerning each school and camp to be represented in its pages for the first time the most detailed information available through professional channels. Good housekeeping further requires names of recent patrons from each school or camp and communicates with these patrons in order to round out its information through the experience of parents who have actually had boys and girls in those schools and camps. All schools and camps whose announcements are accepted in Good Housekeeping's pages are therefore presented to you with Good Housekeeping's full endorsement and recommendation. These school pages constitute a directory of the schools and camps by means of which you may make direct contact with the particular type of school or camp which meets your requirements, and you may do so with the same confidence with which you use all other advertising in Good Housekeeping. The school and camp days of your boy or girl can never be relived. Make them happy and worthwhile. Good Housekeeping School Department. Well, there is a whole ton of them here, all listed by the individual states. I wonder how many of these places are still around this day and age. Let's see if there's anything for Oregon, where I am. Well, I don't see anything for Oregon. Okay, that doesn't come as quite much of a surprise. Ooh, business and secretarial. Yeah, they have schools of professional and vocational training too. I bet there's not a whole lot of these places around still. What do you think? Yeah, several pages. Ooh, never a bride so lovely. Her skin soft as the flower petals of her bridal bouquet, so flawless, so radiantly young, guarded always by the gentle beauty care of cashmere bouquet. Its fragrance lingers and allures. You will love the flower-like perfume of this exquisite soap, just as lovely women for generations have adored it. It scents your bath so daintily, and hours afterwards its faint, elusive fragrance lingers on, adding its charm to yours. But even more, you will treasure Cashmere Bouquet soap for the matchless beauty care it gives your skin. Each creamy white cake is so fine, so pure. Its rich, luxurious lather cleanses so thoroughly, I'm sorry, yet so gently, keeps your skin so marvelously smooth and soft. And still, this aristocrat of all fine soaps now costs but 10 cents a cake. The same superb soap, exactly for which women have always gladly paid 25 cents. The same size cake, hard-milled, long-lasting, the same superlatively fine ingredients, the same delightful perfume, a blend of 17 rare and costly scents. Surely at this new low price, you will want to treat yourself to the luxury of at least 3 cakes, 3, of Cashmere Bouquet, all at once. Why not today? For sale at all drug and department stores. Now only 10 cents, the former 25-cent size. Cashmere Bouquet. I love it. It's made by Colgate. I really think I remember that name. I really think I do. Okay, enough for today. I love this magazine. I just think it's so fun. I hope you guys are having fun too with it. And we will read something next week in it as well. Don't forget to take part after this live has ended and go back and leave me a comment following the directions that I shared at the beginning, so that you will be entered in my giveaway drawing for 2,000 subscribers. And again, I appreciate each and every one of you. I thank you, thank you, thank you for watching my channel. And yeah, I just really appreciate it. Thank you so very much. And I will see you guys again soon. Probably for a video on Saturday for Saturday Morning Makes. In the meantime, have a wonderful weekend ahead. I hope you get to do something crafty. Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye.